Good morning, cyber traders, and happy Wednesday, everyone. Good to see you all. Louise, good to see you. Andrea, good to see you all. All right, Gil, everyone on social media. Anyway, SMCI, did you guys see what happened yesterday after hours? That was an absolute beautiful, beautiful move. One of the big things we always talk about is something called the slingshot. Okay, so I want to kind of just point this out a little bit here really quick before we get into the great details. But this was just an absolute slingshot. I mean, Josh was going crazy. He calls me up. He's like, Fausto, you see what's going on with SMCI? I'm like, of course I have. The stock we've been talking about for the past 3 days, right? The stock has been on a really, really big tear. A lot of you on social media liked it. It was actually it was actually our most popular video that I post in the past week of watching the stock all the way down. We were looking at it right in the low 30s price, right? Look where it is now. It's at $42. But even if you missed it, and I said earnings were coming out, let's focus on it. And we'll post that video again on the shorts. Rich, I think you posted up there. Post up on there in social media too, so people could see it. They could see that too. But I talked about it, and you could have got the slingshot. And you could see it went from 38 all the way down to 32. If you put it at 30, you screwed up. You never, remember what I told you in class, never, ever, ever, ever put things that end in zeros and fives, okay? So if you put it around 32, 33, you got it, and you got that nice little slingshot for several points. It's really quick. This is how we do the earnings play on a lot of these stocks, all right? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but SMCI was a perfect example. But even that as a swing trade, you did really well on it. Congratulations to everyone here that got a piece of it. Now the question is, do we get out of it? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about later on. Another stock I do want to point out too is this SWTX. We heard about the rumor. Actually, they're in talks right now on the buyout. And let me just bring up this chart right here too. This is another really good one that everyone probably saw here. You can see it right here. Let me bring this up so you guys see a little bit better over here on the internet. So here was that rumor of that buyout right there. And the stock went from like 40 up to right around 54. And everyone should have probably got in somewhere around here. It came all the way down here. It backed off right around 51, and then it started going up. So, I'm still in it. I own it around 52.50, something like that, 53. And then I got a little nervous, started coming down. I was losing money. I'm like, oh, crap, what's going on? This thing, because sometimes you hear them in talks and it doesn't really come to fruition. But I guess yesterday, the talks obviously continued and it got to 51. It shot up to 57. So that is roughly right around the highs. So that one, if anyone traded the SWTX, you did pretty well on that one too. I should do a video on that, on how to trade that. A couple of videos I got to do on my social media, quick loose shorts. And I love doing loose shorts. It's just easy, quick to the point. Maybe I'll do a little bit longer one, but I'll talk about slingshots and also talk about mergers and acquisitions, because it's never too late to jump into it, even when the announcement is done. And this one was one of them. All right. So anyway, that was actually what's going on. Now, there were a lot of stocks that did move yesterday, and I want to touch upon them really quick. Bang them out really quick right here. So before we go through the morning watch list. Oh, and another thing before we go, before I continue, if everybody here, J Trader, by the way, did everyone enjoy the podcast yesterday with Chris Rogers? My God, was that oh my God, what an unbelievable interview. This guy is well-known, famous for the Pelosi, the Pelosi tracker. And not only that, but we're going to have him come back. We're going to have him come back on the Cyber Expo. We're going to have him do a little training course. So we'd like to always do a podcast before we do a training course on it. But if you did miss it, it is on our YouTube channel. It is on Spotify. So definitely watch it, listen to it. We did a couple of shorts. We'll have a couple more shorts coming out over the couple of days. We're not going to throw them all out there one shot, but we'll keep feeding them out little by little, the highlights of it. But it's very interesting, very interesting. So today we have J Trader. And he's a paisan like me, Italian. He actually lives in Italy, and very well-known trader too, day trader. He's going to come on today at 11 o'clock. And then we're going to have this company right here, SGN. We're going to have Signing Day Sports that's coming on also, and they're going to be on Friday, which I'm really looking forward to talking to them guys regarding about it. But anyway, so don't forget you signed up. If you missed it, you have your phone. Scan the QR code at the top right-hand right-hand corner if you're watching on social media, guys. Just take your phone and scan it. And you can always join our trading room. We're here all day for who never joined our trading room. Been around here for almost 35 years, oldest running trading room in the industry as of today. So what we traded yesterday, a couple of really nice stocks. I just want to cover up what we had. We had the AIFF that had a nice move yesterday. It still looks pretty good. You can see the stock ran from $3.70 to $10. So she's still pretty strong. It's so funny. You look at the stocks like SMCI and you're like, wait a minute, that didn't even go up as much as this thing did. This thing was like a tenth of the price, and it went up the same amount of points. Yeah. So anyway, nice little stock right there. She's still pretty strong. I'll be a little careful if she is a short squeeze. I don't know yet. But what happens when you get days like this, they start getting a little volatile. They don't become as tradable like we teach you in phase one. So be very careful of that stock right there. We had the LTRY that had a really nice move too. That ran from $1.20 to $2.20, a little bit more controllable. You could see on the bottom right-hand corner, the stock is not only beginning a good day trade, but then all of a sudden it became a very good swing trade. Lottery.com. Is this the lottery? I don't even know is that what this company does? Is this the lottery? All right, maybe. I don't know. But sure sounds like it when you read the name. SOFA, another really, really nice move. Science pass. It had a nice move early this morning, and then right at around 2:30 in the afternoon meeting, it ran from 4 to 6. Another very inexpensive, nice little move. Dome H. That was a nice morning runner right there. It's not only been a good day trade, but turned into a swing trade. You can see on the bottom right-hand side, $2 stock to $5. Another stock, Archer, had a great slingshot yesterday. It was absolutely fabulous. It got crushed. You could see. And, I don't want to go over the news. You could watch yesterday's video on the morning meeting of what was the news on it. But what a great move. $10. You could have got it right. Support 870. It just went up all the way to $11. Great, easy move. I got a little scared. I got to admit, got a little nervous. I still own it as a swing trade and a little nervous about that stock when it came down. But I own it somewhere. I own it right around 650, so it's a swing trade. It's not a day trade. You remember, it's a totally different animal when you're doing that. And then the Tesla short, that thing is just really getting beat up. And you know what? Did everyone see yesterday on the news that Elon Musk was talking? He was talking for almost an hour. Had a conference with President Trump about Doge, and he was talking about all the fraud and everything else. And then you have a lot of listen. I hate to use the word getting political, but I don't know what's going on with Tesla, but you do have people that are haters out there. You remember, people voted for Trump, some people didn't, and you're seeing a company, you see like Doge go out there, and you see Elon Musk just ripping apart all this fraud that's been going on, and then you have the Democratic Party screaming and pumping their chests, yelling, and you know what? You could have people that probably saying, you know what, they hate him so much that they're short in stock. It could happen. And maybe that's why it's bringing it down. I don't think it's bringing it down as much as on the news on the company, but sometimes you have haters out there that like, you know what? I hate this guy so much. I'm selling my stock, whatever it is. Remember, when you learn as a trader, things get driven up by supply and demand, okay? And as much as he might be doing good or bad, whatever your side you're on, okay? I think he's doing good if he's trying to clean up the country and, getting rid of spending, you know what I mean? Wasteless spending. I mean, why not, right? I mean, like $20 million Afghanistan to do a PBS show, on the Muppets, whatever it is, on Sesame Street. I don't know. So, but some people don't like it, and depending on side you are, these people are going to probably sell it. So maybe that's why the stock is going down. Now, a video I was thinking about doing is this regarding about Tesla. Some people think like, okay, well, I can't trade Tesla, and that's why you trade the options. Well, don't forget, there's also the ETF, and a lot of these stocks have ETFs. So, if it's NVIDIA, if it's Tesla, if it's SMCI, there's tons of them out there. If it's Google, I mean, there are a lot of them out there. So I might do a video on that too to kind of teach you how to trade it. Some people don't know that. Some people like, well, I can't trade the stocks. I'll do the option. So listen, this size $17. You could have did real well on that one too. But anyway, let's go through the watch list because we're running out of time here. And I was looking pretty closely here. You had this one stock XLO that's moving, and she's kind of flat. It's a pharmaceutical stock, and I was checking the orders out there. And I'm not really seeing that much out there. You can see it right here. I mean, this is like a zero number. So, yeah, there's big sellers out here right around here at 160. So I'll put her on the watch list because she is up 100%, and she's the biggest percentage gainer, and she's the most active. KDLY, another nice little stock. We traded this stock before in the past, but I'm starting to see a ladder effect that started kicking in right now. Program trading kicked in right around here. See it right there. They all came in at one time, right a little bit before 8:30, 20,000, 25,000, 35,000. So if you think you're long here, you got to get through those sellers first. Remember, we always focus on the right of the chart, not the left of the chart. The AIFF, I already have that on the watch list. Got a couple orders that are hovering there around $11. This one just showed up right out of nowhere. Oh, this stock we traded before. I remember this stock, WS Wistia. Let's see what the orders are on this one. WISA. Let's go check out the orders. See what we got going on here. All right. Okay, we got a little bit of a channel. $129 or $145. Looks like it's testing those. A lot of red bulls, though. That means that there's been a lot of selling going on. But Wistia is not a bad stock. We traded that stock before. And this one, Upstart, it's a little expensive. I would stay away from it. They obviously had good earnings yesterday, but a little bit on the volatile side. Obviously, here's the let's put the SMCI on the watch list. This is the actual ETF, by the way, I was telling you about. So if you can't afford, if you want something a little bit cheaper, you could have traded this one. The stock was at $10. You can see what a nice move it did right there. That's that slingshot it did after hours. Here's the other ETF on it, SMCX. It's another ETF, which is weird because it's like trades more money than the other one. But you could see it ran from $20 up to $62. Obviously, these exchanges love ETFs. They just love them. But I'm going to do something here. This one's going to catch some momentum. What's up here? Hold, time out. This is why we like to start our webinars, on morning meetings at 9 a.m. This one just came out of nowhere, 95 cents up to $1.10. All right. Might have a little game on this one right here. Let's go check it out and see what's going on, Mr. VCIG. Let's go check you out. Let's see what's going on. Again, a little Fausto flag. All right, we got a lot of sellers at $1.20, $1.50. I see for about 190,000. So wow, that's pretty out of the way, right there. You see that? It's pretty much out of the way. All right. So that one, putting this on top of the list. VCIG. All right, let's put that there. What else we got here? 15%, 12%. SMCI, that's already on there. That's his earnings on that one. Losers, I didn't see anything that looked pretty good. I didn't see anything. These all got crushed. Just when you thought you couldn't lose any more money, boom, earnings killed the stock right here. Writing's on the wall. Writing is on the wall. We talk about that. Lyft is taking a big hit right here. It's right. Lyft came out earnings yesterday too. What's Uber doing? Usually if Lyft is down, Uber probably will go down with it. So we'll keep an eye on Lyft. LYFT. Put that on the watch list. See if we get a dead cat bounce on that. Mercury General is moving up pretty good this morning. I saw CVS obviously had good earnings this morning. CVS came out of nowhere, so that was pretty good. You don't get the slingshots like you do in the after hours, like in the morning. Just to let you know, very rarely. But CVS looks like it's doing pretty well. The stock took a very, very big hit, $60 all the way down to $45. It's making a pretty good comeback lately. It's got big resistance levels though, right around here. What's the highs right there? 59.60. It's right around there. So I'll be a little cautious on that. All right, so we're pretty much done. I think we have a good enough list. Now, remember, this is just a sample of the list. Remember, there'll be if you're in our trading room, we're going to find something new. All right, so be careful. PL Tire lost $3 this morning. Yeah, Palantir did lose $3 this morning. It is backing off. I still own it. I'm not selling it yet. I did sell it right around 100. I ended up buying it back at 104, 105. It did run the 117. This is going to happen. Like I said, I don't really like, if I'm doing a swing trade, I like to wait at least 2-3 days. Okay. Because, listen, you saw that big slingshot. We saw that happen here. Thing ran from, that was an earnings announcement. This one right here, obviously, went around from 100 to 110 and ran to 117. So it is a very, very extremely volatile stock. Just don't own too many shares of it. That's all. All right. Don't own too many shares. So you're watching social media. Once again, take your phone, scan the QR code. We're here all day. If you want to come join our trading room, we're going to be commentary all day. Jay Trader today is at 12 o'clock. Is that right? It's not 11. It's 12 o'clock we have him. Okay. So we'll have him on 12, and then we'll see you all back here. It's going to be live broadcast on all social networks. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, like us, friend us, and ring that bell. And then cyber traders, let's go take a quick break. You got about 15 minutes before the market opens up. We'll see you swing back here. Don't log out. We'll be right back. Go hit the restrooms, go fill up your coffee, do whatever you got to do, and then we'll get ready to trade the open and see what's going on. So good luck. By the way, congratulations, everyone who was in the SMCI. You did great. All right. And don't worry, everybody. There's plenty more just like that every day. That's why we love trading. Happy trading, everybody.